What's going on, everybody? Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you've been here before, and this is Travion TV.
This very moment I bring, put in on everything that I will retire with the ring. Retire with the ring. Retire with the ring.
Now, before we get this video started, y'all make sure y'all go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below. Let's get into it. So, I just wanted to come and talk to y'all about this first half of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, especially this last episode. Now, everybody knows this was supposed to be Porsha's comeback season. We have Porsha on with Shamea, her best friend of a long time. We've been waiting to see Shamea on. Well, a lot of people have. I have anyway. And Porsha has just let us down, and so has Shamea. Now, let's just go ahead and get into the meat and potatoes. How has Porsha let us down? Baby, she proved to us that she is that whore that we thought she was. Okay? Like Angela said. Like, you are that whore that sleeps with people's husbands. You are the husband fucker. That's crazy, Porsha. So, if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, but y'all know what I'm talking about, on this last episode of Real Housewives, or the episode before, however you want to count it, Porsha, Britt, Kelly, Shamea, they were all down at the pool in this little house they in on vacation, and Angela was upstairs supposed to be asleep, but she said God woke her up out her sleep, and I believe that because he will do that, baby. She said she overheard Porsha saying she better hope I don't fuck Charles. She don't make me fuck Charles. Now, girl, Kelly came out and said, girl, that's what she said. She said she gonna fuck that lady husband. Now, when Angela goes to confront Porsha, she don't know what's going on. It's like, girl, we need Kenya, we need Nene. We need somebody on this show to put Porsha in her place besides Miss Angela. Because, baby, Miss Angela is not finna keep having it with these girls from the looks of it. And I'm living for it. I'm really, really living for it. But Porsha's comeback is just not so amazing. Like, all she's been doing is deflecting from the fact that she took that lady husband. All she want to do is try to come down on Drew when Drew going through a divorce herself. I'm not the biggest Drew fan because Drew, she's a liar too. Like, Drew be lying, Porsha be lying. At this point, I feel like all these bitches except for Angela be lying. Now, we ain't seen enough of Angela, but even from just seeing the little bit we've seen from Britt Edie, baby, I cannot motherfucking stand her. I cannot motherfucking stand her. But Porsha, for you to say don't make me, girl, whatever you said, because I don't want to put no words in your mouth. For you to say that, girl, you are exactly who we thought you were. And Porsha, I was really rooting for you. Really. And I stay, I stay caught up on the pop culture news because I watch reality TV. I give reality TV news my damn self. But I stay caught up, and I really wanted to believe, I guess just because I'm a fan of yours, but they say, Porsha fans are delusional. I guess because I was a fan of yours, I wanted to believe that you got with Simon after Fallon cheated on him, but either way, he was still married, right? Your storyline has never really added up. And then I also just saw the video of Porsha and Dennis talking about how when they stopped talking in like December and then girl, Porsha didn't want to keep talking about it because she knew she was going to get caught up in a lie. Porsha didn't want to talk about it at all. My bad. Not keep talking about it because she hasn't addressed the elephant on the show at all. Because she knows she's going to get caught up in lies. Just like her best friend Phaedra when she was lying about her due date. Like, stupid shit, but that's why they freaking frack. Porsha, you are that low down individual that you tried to say that Drew was, girl. And then for Porsha and Shamea to be meeting up with Ralph at the end of this episode, I hollered, I jumped out of my seat because Shamea was one thing. Now, Shamea is very underhandedly just like Porsha, and I didn't think that she was. I was really rooting for Shamea. And I'm like, oh, Porsha, she's shady, she weird, but Shamea is shady and weird too. So that whole comment that Porsha gave when she was like, this is Drew. Honey, Shamea probably would have did some shit just like that and not seen nothing wrong with it. Because the way they gaslighted Angela so fiercely, baby. When Shamea went to go sit down with Angela and she was like, well, I don't know why the hell you mad at me. All I said was, bitch, I know all you said was nothing. In the words of Funky Dineva, you can't make somebody mad and then tell them how mad to get. Are you slow? Like, are you slow, Shamia? Between Shamia, Porsha, and Britt, them is some slow bitches. Them is some really slow bitches. Now, I like Shamia. Shamia, she ain't that slow, but she's slow too. Because for you to have talked shit about this girl, probably cackled your motherfucking ass off. I'm pretty sure when Porsha was talking about Angela, Shamia was cackling. I'm sure she was cackling. Girl, fuck you too. If I'm Angela and she want to know how Angela squashed her beef with Porsha so fast, because Porsha is the bitch that said it. Okay, so it's me and her. You went out of your way. You're going all out of your way. You're making a problem with me when you don't even have no problem with me. Like, I could just go on and on as to why Angela would have more of a reason to not want to forgive Shamia over Porsha. These are Porsha's feelings, okay? So at least these are her own feelings. Shamia, you piggybacking off of emotions of somebody else. Like, I'm really starting to see Shamia for the puppet that they said she was. I really am. And these girls really thought they was gonna get on here and bully Angela. She's starting to let them have it. When she told Britt that she had them stretch marks around her mouth, yes, God, eat her ass up like you had a beer can in your mouth, bitch. Like you sleep with an air freshener can in your mouth. Don't play with me. Do not play with me. One of these. Oh. Anyway, moving on from that, I just had to let y'all know how disgusted I am with Porsha. Porsha, you are a low-down, dirty whore. You are. And you took that lady husband and you would try to fuck Charles. You would. I don't give a damn. But like I said, moving on. In more Real Housewives of Atlanta news, we have Mia from Real Housewives of Potomac trying to get on at Atlanta, honey. So Mia, she got exposed for living in Atlanta at the last reunion. She was like, what? I live back and forth. But honey, she was just still trying to keep her Potomac check. Now, she ain't got no choice. Maybe she can't afford to live both places. Y'all know they are like in a pickle when it comes to the money. And that's just the reality, because it's cheaper to live in Atlanta than it is to live in DC. Dead ass. So Mia has announced to everybody that she's moving to Atlanta, and basically she's trying to get on the show. She's trying to get on Real Housewives of Atlanta. She been doing interviews and shit, and she like, I wouldn't turn it down. Like, who would? It's like a peak opportunity, and I already know like all the girls. We already filmed like scenes on my phone together that I can show the producers. Like, Mia is trying to get on real bad, but on the right side, she has Drew advocating for her. Drew, I don't know where she was at, but she was on a panel and she said, I don't know what happened on Mia's other show, but I feel like we should open the door for her. Let's just open the door for everyone. There's room for everybody. I think Mia would be a good addition to the show. I feel like she would fit in very well with these lying ass plastic face bitches. No shade. She would fit in very well, but she wouldn't at the same time, because Mia can't take confrontation. Bitch, if you couldn't take them old hoes, if you can't take Giselle, you can't take Giselle. Like, I feel like the only one on that show that, she definitely can't keep up with is Wendy, of course. Wendy and Karen. But like Giselle and Ashley, like, you ran off from those girls. And Stacey. Like, Stacey had that bitch shook. If Stacey can have Mia shook like that, I don't really know what she's gonna do on Atlanta, but she can try. She can definitely try. But moving on from Mia, Drew also said that she feels like we need Nene back on the show. And I agree. Everybody agrees. But Nene's not coming back on the show. She said that them folks was racist, bitch. She's never coming back. Never. That bitch is a liability. That's just like saying they tried to drug and rape her. Like Porsha said. They're not bringing that bitch back. But we definitely do need her back if they ever want the show to get back to peak glory. This season has been good to me, actually, but a lot of people are not feeling it because they're not feeling 90% of the cast. The fans are only really featuring Angela right now, and then somewhat Drew, because Drew been funny, when she said, did you ever sell it? The cat. We've been living for Drew because she's shady as hell, but we really not feeling everybody else. We as in me. I'm not feeling nobody except for Angela. Drew a little bit. I was feeling Shamia. She done lost me. I'm still like teetering because I'm like, but no, am I? I don't know. I want to have faith in Shamia that she can turn this around for herself, because this is the opportunity for her. And her voice is amazing. Her singing voice is amazing. She has it. She has the talent. She got the it factor. She is funny. She can dance. Like, she has an amazing personality. I see it for Shamia, but she can't be Porsha Lackey. You can't. You got to have your own feelings, your own emotions, and you got to keep it real at all times, Shamia. And that's the only way you're going to be successful, because I'm not seeing it for you right now. But that's all I got for Real Housewives right now. The last thing I have, and this is on the Bravo docket, so I'm just going to add it into this video. Sweet Tea not coming back to Married to Medicine. Damn. Damn, Sweet Tea. Sweet Tea needed to come back at least one more season. I feel like she needed one more season. They needed to really, like, either bring this shit to a full boil with her and Greg and Quad and King, or close it out. I don't know. I guess they didn't have time to, you know, have them kumbaya and shit, but that's really not even why they didn't come back. Anyway, I'm rambling. I feel like Sweet Tea needed one more season. She didn't get it. They fired her motherfucking ass. And obviously the girls came together and they said they didn't want her on the show, because they did it with Quad. They got Quad ass sent home. But, you know, the producer saw that that wasn't a good idea. But it kind of was in a way, because it drew up so much controversy that, you know, people were anticipating her return for the reunion for the end of the season whenever she came back. And, you know, what would transpire with her on the next season, that she will be there full time. And then, you know, all the girls came against her and realized that they were wrong. So the producers had to bring Quad motherfucking ass back, you know, and it kind of was a good idea for them to listen to the girls for that storyline, but it wasn't at the same time, because it was at the expense of Quad. And I don't appreciate that for my girl Quad. And I understand. And I'm just now realizing, because it was hard to click in my head for me, like, why she just kept dragging that shit with Dr. Simone. Like, you really hurt me. But I really feel like what it was, or what it is the behind the scenes stuff that they can't talk about on camera, because it'll be breaking the fourth wall. So she has to just, you know, give her the signal of like what she's actually hurt from. And I feel like Simone was weaponizing the fact that she couldn't really break the fourth wall and talk about it on camera to her. You know, she was weaponizing that. She was using that to her. She was using that to her advantage, because it was kind of making me feel like at a certain point, okay, Quad, you're dragging this. But that wasn't the point. The point was these girls brought Sweet Tea on the show to spite her with her ex-husband. This man that had physically harmed her, like, flat out. He admitted to it. We know this. I mean, she put her hands on him, I guess. I don't know if she said that. I mean, allegedly. But I know mostly it was him hurting that lady, physically and mentally. We saw it on TV. So for y'all to bring Sweet Tea on that show and then kick Quad off that trip, like, y'all bitches was wild. And that's really why that girl was hurt. And now that Quad is back on the show and she's in full swing, full force, full effect, now y'all want to kick Sweet Tea off. That is wrong. That's wrong. And hell, we didn't got to know the damn girl now. We didn't been so invested in this Quad, well, this Quad storyline, really. That's why Sweet Tea gone. But this Quad and Dr. G and Sweet Tea and King storyline, girl, like I said, I could have seen one more season of Sweet Tea. And then all the girls, they had obviously turned on her by the reunion. Toya sitting right next to the girl, and she going in on her. I'm like, dang, I did not see that coming. And y'all know Toya gonna give a bitch some heat. And Sweet Tea had been giving heavenly heat too, and Quad, but she wasn't ready for all that. You could just tell that she was somewhat defeated. Not defeated, but she just, I feel like it caught her off guard, and she could see the writings on the wall, and now she's gone. And y'all dead ass wrong for that, but bitch, that's just my opinion on the whole Married to Medicine thing. I would have liked to see one more season with Sweet Tea. Girl, are we ready to see Phaedra? I'm very excited to see Phaedra, but I need Angela to give her the business. I don't give a damn. I need Angela to be the Nene. Like, obviously she ain't no Nene, but she the strongest star I feel like we have on this cast. And girl, that's saying something. Let's just hope this second half of this season picks it up, okay? Because we need it to. That's all I really got for this video. If y'all enjoyed this video, y'all make sure y'all give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, comment down below, and I will see y'all in the next one. Let me know if y'all want to see more Real Housewives tea, because it's going to be coming any damn way. I'm really into this season, so I'm going to be giving y'all content on this girl, because I ain't going to say so tired of baddies, but only talking about baddies, I'm like, girl, I need this. It's not giving for me anymore. But I'm definitely still going to be recapping baddies. Baddies, Africa and Baddies Gone Wild this Sunday. Today is Friday. It's coming out in 2 days. Let's see what it's giving, girl. I already said I was done and I kept talking. But that's really the end of this video. Y'all make sure y'all like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.